I feel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network as we bring you the Dirt Sheet debate tonight as me and that pretty face jump into some hot topics in wrestling. We got a time limit and we're going to try and stick to it, folks. Not our forte, but it's going to be fun. We're going to get into it. Blow up that chat, like, share, subscribe, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We're live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network, and we bring you the Dirt Sheet debate tonight, the show where we dive into topics, limited amount of minutes as we go through them pretty quick, and we touch on a lot of the stories that are on the IWC right now. Then we're going to have a little fun with it. Get in that chat. You can tell us what you want us to talk about as well. So much going on in the wrestling world, and like I said, me and that pretty face got you for the next little bit. So make sure you like, share, subscribe. And if you're not sure who we are, well, I'm Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and I am a master debater willing to take on all comers out here. Yes, we're willing to take on and argue all the hot topics, all the dirt sheets, all the Meltzer reports and everything, all the things that can't be verified and the sources are, trust me, bro.
Yeah, you know how much experience I have? Come on now. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome. As always, make sure you like, share, subscribe. We are back tomorrow for SmackDown, 7:30 p.m. as we get closer to WrestlePalooza and so much going on in the wrestling world. No Mercy coming up, All Out. We're going to be here live on the 20th from 1 p.m. on as we do a marathon stream, bring you All Out and WrestlePalooza all in the same night because we watch all the wrestling, folks. But there's going to be a lot of fun today, a little bit of a different format. We'll click on the odd comment, maybe not as many as we usually do, but Nick and I are going to unpack some of this. Big shout out to Mega Spaz and Klaatu 123 in the chat last night. Nick, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this. If again, like I said before we went live, I know we're normally watching the wrestling. I still might be cheating on watching the wrestling here, but this is where we actually get to really, you and I get to just have at it and everything a little bit. It's an extended commercial break during the live streams, and we just get to have at it on some topics here.
Absolutely. And I mean, there's always something to talk about. So much going on in the wrestling world, and so much going on here at the channel. But we're going to fly through these ones here today. At the end, we're going to have a little fun with it, do a little rapid fire word association gameplay, and so much more. So it's going to be a good one. Again, don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Get in that chat. Click all the buttons. And again, welcome to everybody. I see that chat blowing up. Keep it coming. And I promise I see some of the comments. We are going to be touching on some of your thoughts already. It's already on the list. But Nick, I guess let's jump this off with the biggest news. It might not be totally official, but it is the biggest news out there right now as far as, I guess, WrestleMania is going to Saudi.
Yeah, I mean, did we all not kind of expect this at some point? I know that there was the whole rumor we were going to do 2 WrestleManias at one point during the year and everything because to keep the U.S. audience happy and everything. But yeah, I expected the Saudi WrestleMania at some point, being honest. I still don't fully believe it until I see a WWE announcement. Kind of like, remember when we were out here and we thought Saudi had bought WWE?
That was the best. Remember the live special report for that?
And then instantly had to retract an entire stream and everything like that. Oops, my bad.
Right. No, I mean, again, it's crazy. I know a lot of people get hung up on the Saudi thing. I think times have changed. Times are evolving. The deal is what the deal is. And yeah, the people out there that are, they only did this for the money. Yeah. That's accurate. Now you can decide whether you like that or not, but that's capitalism at its finest, as they are going to cash in huge. How much are the Saudis paying for WrestleMania? And they're already talking about knocking on doors of like, hi Taker, hi Stone Cold. Anybody know where Yokozuna is? Like, come on, let's go. Like, that's what this is going to be. It's going to be insane.
Yes, and Saudi feelings aside, I appreciate that it'll be at the middle of the afternoon. It might be at the ass crack of dawn. It'll be fully a brunch with the boys, breakfast with the boys and everything out here. And if you're going to do a 2-night event, I don't hate it, but I do get the whole idea because you kind of do cut out pretty much all of your U.S. audience. Like, not a lot of people from the U.S. respectfully are flying over to Saudi Arabia to go and watch WrestleMania. You get some. You will get some.
You'll get some. Now, is part of that argument, well, you guys have had 42, and now we're getting one?
Yeah, but that's a big leap. Like, UK didn't get one. England couldn't get one. You couldn't go. I mean,
are you surprised not London?
That's what to me is the biggest surprise of why not London, and that shows you that they just fully outbid them when it came to this situation.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to. I mean, like you said, not only this might be the biggest stage we ever see, this might be the biggest crowd we ever see, this might be the most pops. We're just gonna be sitting here like Jiffy Pop all night, just like Stone Cold. Oh,
well, is it gonna just be a Legends thing? Is it gonna be WrestleMania 3?
Does it run the risk of being too much? Like
yes,
just people everywhere.
Crown Jewel WrestleMania. I don't know how I like the ring to that.
Sami Zayn win the Rumble. We'll go on to WrestleMania.
Mansoor main events WrestleMania night 2. Night 2.
Sami Zayn wins the world title at WrestleMania Saudi.
Oh, could you believe it? I could almost see it. Oh,
it would be huge. It would be huge. What do you think, folks? Not bad. We did good. 3 minutes. That was solid.
I know. We had a few seconds even. We had even a few seconds.
Took a deep breath. But let us know in the chat. What do you think? How do you feel about it? Again, not 100% official, but it will be very interesting. And I think it's going to be epic. But with that being said, on to the next topic. This one popped up last night, I guess. As far as
you were here for this, I wasn't. So Danny Garcia turns heel on Darby Allin, joins the Death Riders. I feel it's a couple months too late, almost a year too late. Yeah, I thought it would have been. I initially thought it would have been good. I was out here, I mean, even 2 weeks ago when you were out there on your vacation and everything, and thought I could see Danny with the Death Riders. I could see it if he's the grappler, he's the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. Trust me, I saw Bleacher Report was calling him the Red Death again today, and I was like, who are they talking about? Oh, that's right. Yeah. If they made him serious, it would work with this. They're 2 months too late with this. I don't really trust leading the way to really come off as a badass.
Well, like, I mean, for me, I think there's other options out there. Danny doesn't exactly move the needle. If you're going to do a Danny Garcia Wheeler, Yuta, I almost called him useless. I said it last night, Nick, and people got mad about it. I just don't care. Like, you just brought Wardlow back. Wouldn't Wardlow make sense? We're going to talk about it next, but you got Eddie out there chirping Big Bill. Wouldn't he not have been a better choice?
Oh, you're putting the cart before the horse with that argument and everything a little bit here, but
a little bit.
Like I said, that's why to me it's a day late and a dollar short. Of we at this point kind of feel like the Death Riders are all but dead and buried. They should have been.
They're adding. There's like Statlanders coming, and
that's why Stat. I hope not, but this is why I think that this is bad. This is a day late and a dollar short. Of you should have been doing this before we had what we felt like was the end of the Death Riders. We should be doing the thing with Darby. We're gonna get into Eddie and how that should be a whole lot better. This could have worked. You're just doing it way too late. Because if Daniel Garcia, think about if it was the BCC, not the Death Riders, would Daniel Garcia fit?
But he sucks. Like, he doesn't move the needle. It's just not.
But this would have been a way to build him up. If Moxley was almost at this point, if Moxley was doing what he was now, then it would have been better.
Now, is it just like, for me, they already have a Wheeler? I almost called him useless again. Yuta, you have Yuta, so you don't really need.
There's your tag team. There's your tag team.
They're so wimpy.
Claudio's your main card guy. Moxley's your main card guy, and then you have Shafir to just fuck up the women. That's a solid faction in my eyes. I don't like the fucking with the trios titles and everything.
Like you said, this is something that should die. Like it's not like
yeah, I agree. Right now, it should not be
towards blood
happening
and
now.
guts after doing essentially doing the what do you call it? The 10-man cage match already.
Yeah, it wasn't the Anarchy in the Arena or whatever it was, but yeah. Well, I've heard that they're going to do the women's blood and guts and still, but
that's a bad choice. That's
the
a bad
Death Riders need to just fail and just die and go away.
Does Danny make them cooler? Does Danny make them more dangerous?
No, it just extends their life a couple more hours. He's a fucking inhaler on this whole situation. It should end with Moxley versus Darby. That should be the finality of you're going to have to put me dead in the ground. That should be literally the end of the Death Riders right there.
Yeah.
But now we're still putting them on life support. We should have pulled the plug on this shit a while ago, and we're still letting this thing keep going.
Yeah, and you still have this whole like the Darby returning from the mountain and taking on Moxley has been a bit of a mess. Like it's been all over the place. We already saw a Falls Count Anywhere match with this group. I don't know how much better. I'm very tired of Moxley stip matches.
We both wanted. Finish my last sentence.
How do you feel out there, folks? Yeah, finish.
I was just gonna say we both wanted Gabe Kidd or Claudio to take on Darby instead of Moxley.
Well, now you have Danny. Like, does he overshadow Gabe Kidd? Like, so do we get like Darby and Danny? Like, what do we do? Like, it's really messy right now. And anybody out there, I said this last night. If you think 2025 is the best year of AEW, you really didn't watch the early days, and it's a struggle.
And we might also be halfway talking to that. Might be foreshadowing for another topic here.
Yes, the next one on the bill.
Yeah, literally and figuratively. So I guess I can bring this up because we've already halfway talked about it. Of Eddie Kingston has all but said that he's coming back. Just, hey, Big Bill, name the time, name the place. And why, oh, why are we having Big Bill out here feuding with Eddie Kingston? And why are we giving it away? Why is it not a surprise? Why is it not a shock return? B, why is he dealing with Big Bill instead of, like you mentioned, Gabe Kidd? Gabe Kidd's the guy who put him out of Big Bill versus Eddie Kingston's a pre-show all-out match. It's a collision match. Gabe Kidd versus Eddie Kingston, the guy who put him out, the guy who's part of the Death Riders, he works his way to his best friend, John Moxley. That should be an all-out match, and then you just continue to the next pay-per-view, and at some point you get Moxley, Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a bad situation, and I don't know that Kingston can still go. I don't know if he's compelling. He needs to be more like player coach kind of thing, where he doesn't wrestle as consistent. But
could he do that with Darby?
Yeah, he could. He could be I really want him to push the Mad King vibe. I'm a little disappointed that he's like confirming on Twitter that he's re-signed a contract and he's ready to go. To me, it's a little disappointing with this is an opportunity for them to capitalize big on somebody the fans kind of love in a big way. And I feel like it's underachieving.
This is why we critique and why others critique Tony's writing, AEW's creative. I saw a whole thing to where hopefully Danielson gets the pencil when it comes to Ring of Honor. But this guy went from being, Sports Illustrated, Players Tribune, doing pieces on this guy, one of your top guys out there, one of the most beloved guys. Yeah, he gets hurt, but now you still have the guy who hurt him in one of your top stories. And hey, guess what? His best friends, arguably your top heel right now in the company. So why are you not capitalizing on that situation, on that real life drama?
Well, is there not a thing here where you can legitimately, if Eddie was the guy that jumped Darby last night, and John is going to work with Eddie, we already know their on-screen chemistry is good. One of the best things that ever happened in AEW was Moxley working with Kingston and fucking with the Bucks. I thought that shit was great. It went a little short, but now you could have had him come in, and now they're trying to work together, but it's their inability to get along that leads to them feuding. Now we're all invested in what's happening now. Eddie legitimizes
that's the much better life support, and we'll put some air back in the lungs of this whole faction and everything. I hadn't even thought of that. And then you can do the whole Gabe Kidd thing. Now this would work if Gabe Kidd was under contract with AEW.
Yeah.
I can see clearly. My eyes are open now. Of why aren't we doing at least even something like that?
Yeah, because he adds legitimacy if you're going to continue them going. Danny does nothing to move the needle. Sorry.
Well, and Eddie Kingston at this point, and I know everyone calls him a damn bum. He's number one in our playbooks.
We're going all out tonight.
Right.
Wait,
I didn't know the laugh track was still going there. Am I just Triple H at Kill Tony out there?
Right.
They're pumping in the sound, folks. They're pumping in the crowd effect.
Right. That's too funny. No, Big Bill just hasn't turned loose yet. If he was, he'd be a real showcase. But we can only base our overall feeling on what's been presented. I'm just going to say that.
Big Bill right now doesn't warrant a match with Eddie Kingston. It feels out of the blue.
Yeah, it just feels so random. So random. Does it set up Jericho and Eddie? Yay, I guess. Maybe. No. What are we doing?
We can talk about him later. But speaking of random and out of the blue, I'll let you have this one of random and out of the blue comments.
Yeah, Danielson made some news this week. Just kind of giving his 2 cents. I always find it funny, like, so they decide he's coming back to commentary. That's a cool thing, whatever. I don't think 4 men is a way to go. You already have a couple useless men on the table. If Danielson's going to come in, push someone out. Nick, maybe you speak I don't know if you have exactly what he said, but, essentially saying that AEW was the pole vault to make some mega stars and had a couple examples like Cody.
I don't have the exact quote, and I'm curious as to who he shoved out on the commentary booth. It looked like he was Shivani there, because I know Excalibur was still there. But so Danielson's quote, it's not the exact quote, but basically WWE would not have the megastar that is Cody Rhodes right now if it wasn't for AEW. And he also followed up too with saying how maybe CM Punk would have not returned, or probably CM Punk would have not returned, but the big one that everyone was going out of, WWE would not have the Cody Rhodes they have now if it wasn't for AEW.
He's right.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. I mean, it's not a slam dunk. There's some facts to that in the sense of, yeah, AEW put them on a platform and gave them a venue. I would like to argue that Cody kind of was in a groove and he was helping. It's not like he went to AEW and found himself. People that showed up in AEW were who they were. If you were Luchasaurus, if you were Jungle Boy, if you were Cody Rhodes, you showed up as you, Kenny. Nobody came in and like, this is your new character, this is your new name.
Mm-hmm.
But he is right in the sense that, without that platform, does the WWE have the interest to even get him back? You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. That is 100% of the WWE does not come a knocking if he doesn't link up with the Bucks, if he doesn't do the stuff in New Japan, which becomes AEW, all of that. 100%. Much like how we got CM Punk and AJ Lee back thanks to Jack Perry from AEW. We can thank AEW for why we have the megastar that is Cody Rhodes. Because, go ahead. Sorry.
Is that the other side of the coin as far as, okay, fine, you're right, Danielson. If you didn't have this place called AEW to help, Punk may never have come back to wrestling, even though we can't say that definitively. AEW opened that door and then made him more enticing because he was an AEW. Not only are you getting Punk back, but you're getting that up yours to the other company for sure. But I think ultimately, okay, you had these guys. You could be doing megastar shit with them. Instead, they're over here. That's the part of the story that I think gets overlooked here.
Fair enough. Well, I was going to say that there are even smaller examples. I mean, Ricky Saints, Blake Monroe, who, aren't maybe exactly getting used the best right now, but were still big reactions and still big, pops and responses when they showed up in WWE. But yeah, it is very much ultimately so you're admitting that they're really fucking good and you dropped the ball with them so someone else could do better with them. It is that weird double-edged sword kind of part of that conversation.
Yeah.
Like, he's not wrong, but he's also, it's a bit of a shin kick at the same time, self-inflicted.
I mean, that vibe kind of appeals to like Jade as well. Like, oh, the WWE would have never got Jade if she wasn't in. You're right. Like, Tony offered a platform to people. The question for me becomes, what did Tony do with them? And, was there a missed opportunity? Blake Monroe might be another example. That is true, but it's no different than people saying, Swerve or Tony Storm. Like, again, Tony was able to capitalize on kind of missed opportunity.
Well, speaking of missed opportunities, is it a missed opportunity in this, and that you're focusing so much on talent that you let slip away versus the talent that you've acquired or anything like that, of bigging up your own talent? You're still talking about Cody Rhodes in WWE. He doesn't here. He doesn't go to school here. So why are we talking about him?
Yeah, and I know Cody on his podcast had mentioned AEW. People get really upset. Like, Cody just can't keep their name out of his mouth. But again, I think one day that real true story will be told. I'm curious to see what it all went down. Oh, this is going quick. I like it. How we doing out there, folks? How you doing? How you feeling? As we're blowing through this quick.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Normally we'd be still on first topic in an hour deep.
Right. But yeah, I mean, keep it coming. Keep the chat going, folks. We got a couple more coming your way, and then we're going to do some rapid fire so you can get in on that as well. But yeah, I guess we're on to the next.
Yeah, well, are we worried that AEW or Daniel Bryan might be thinking that NXT Homecoming's counterbooking them? Because at least there's fans online that think NXT Homecoming, it's the counterbooking trio of Stephanie McClure, Tiffany Stratton, and Rhea Ripley.
Okay, so how though? It's like, at what level? Like, is it just like you booked wrestling in the same week that we booked wrestling? Like, at what level does this counter programming go? Like, you exist, you can't exist because I exist. That's counter programming.
The only reason we put Rhea Ripley on NXT is because Tony Khan doesn't want to work Tuesdays. That's this whole vibe with this. First off, you forget that they're at different shows at different times and everything.
Yeah.
And there's their whole homecoming. Why are we so upset? Like, does no one put any respect on Carmelo Hayes' name or DIY that they both showed up and we're going to get that mad? Everybody only cares about Tiffany, Stephanie, and Rhea. Is that because that's all AEW fans' attention will pay attention to? Is we got to look at the ladies wrestling? Right. Are you exposing yourselves, Chris Hansen?
Well, yeah, we might get Bobby Roode, and we might get others that were teased. Like, is it the argument that they put this up and then there's September to Remember coming up?
How though ye of little faith do you have in your own television programming that literally a show that goes a day before you that has
like you can't
they happen to have the ammunition you don't have, that a show that goes 24 hours before you is counterbooking your program?
You are not allowed to book anything of quality the week we have an important show.
Seriously, it's like one of those, if we wanted to do original content and all of a sudden TNA just decides they're going to have an awesome show on a Thursday or anything like that.
Right.
Like, what are we doing out here? No, actually, the Dynamite would have to be the day before. So Dynamite would have to be amazing. That we can't do anything on Thursday because Dynamite was so great.
Yeah. I mean,
I just so don't weird. Get the logistical consents of this argument. I'm sorry that NXT Homecoming is doing what it should be doing, and it's doing AEW's Homecoming better than AEW a little bit because it actually has the talent that it can draw from.
Yeah, we always tie things back into sports here, Nick, where like, okay, I'm going, my team's going into a game against last place team. All right, we're not going to listen, good players, sit this one out. We're going to, do our best with our weakest guys. Like, that's not how it works. Like, we tub thump you real quick because of who we are. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how you talk all this shit you talk, and then all you do is degrade the product, the brand, and the athletes that you love so much by constantly having them fail by comparison.
It's the greatest show, excuse me, on weekly television, but it can't compete with NXT because they brought in some main roster talent that happens to air the day before. It's just, my running back's the best running back until he faces every other defense out there. Like, what are we doing out here?
Like, yeah, like you're so that's what the interesting dynamic is, and I do think there's a level of insecurity right there on the interwebs, the internet fan base. Seems like there's a pocket of fans that are feeling a little insecure. Their fearless leader kind of took a knee with WrestlePalooza and All Out, and even though someone are trying to spin, it's a good thing, it's a positive thing. Run away.
But then have faith. But if you're gonna do that, if it's a positive spin, if you're gonna stand 10 toes down on this shit, much like the Bills coming back at the end of the Ravens game and everything, you better not be leaving that arena early, folks. You better make sure you're there. Have a little faith next time.
Where's that buzzer?
And Mr. Brightside, I'll go right out of my head. Big Papa Pump.
Right? Holla if you hear me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the beef of our topics here right now. But we are going to jump into rapid fire, and we're going to go from 3-minute topics to 1-minute topics. We're going to pick a few from the chat, and then we're going to throw some name association at each other also within that minute confine. So all the fun here. Don't forget tomorrow's SmackDown, but I hope everyone out there is having a good night. Let's get to the first one, Nick. We'll have 1 minute on this. Boom.
Bailey or Nikki Bella?
Bailey.
Yeah. Hey, Bailey. Ooh. Can I just sing this for a minute right now? Because this is how I feel.
Mm-hmm. That's how you feel, eh? Like, I don't know. I've been very critical of Nikki Bella. I don't really think she moves the needle. I don't think people are excited for her. I do feel like this is a bit of a booking miss for Trips.
Oh, well, now she's on the active roster. Does Joker Bailey get involved with AJ Lee now? Psycho, your crazy matches my crazy. Does Joker Bailey still get involved with Becky Lynch? We know she's going to get involved with Lyra. I'm more excited to see what's going on with Joker Bailey. Why can I hear her thoughts? Can everybody else hear her thoughts? Or is it just me that can hear her thoughts? I'm more excited to see that than I am to see Nikki mid-Bella moves off the top rope or Brett's back.
I will say for the first time in a long time, I feel quite interested in what Bailey's doing.
Ding dong, hello.
All right, next one. Quick time.
Ooh.
Bring back Britt Baker.
Baby, come back. You can blame it all on Khan. Is she capable of coming back at this point, or is she done but done? I mean,
done.
I mean, I've seen her say some comments about, responding to why she wasn't invited to MJF's wedding, which shouldn't have gotten photos out, I guess, allegedly.
You shouldn't be asking that question because you know the fucking answer and you're just stirring the pot. But nonetheless, I can't imagine a world where Britt Baker, is there a place where Britt can make better? Like, AEW doesn't seem like the most forgive and forget group of people.
No, they are. I mean, Christ, they're still bringing up government names for the Young Bucks out here. They don't forgive or forget nothing. Does she go the NXT route? Is she an attitude issue to where does WWE keep hands away?
Well, do you think WWE believes with the right structure and the right format and running a place like an actual business would stop some of the bullshit?
I would like to answer that, but unfortunately,
Nick takes that buzzer serious, bro.
Oh, well, I mean, if I don't, then we're going to be here for another half an hour.
All right. Next one, super fast.
Oh, well, this ties in perfectly here, so this works out to where I can tie in what I was going to say at the end of the last buzzer into this one. I mean, that's another example of that might be why Tessa Blanchard don't show up on no NXT or anything like that. Is it one of those? Do I welcome that? Now, granted, Britt Baker is nowhere near that level of touchy subject accusations, but it's one of those. They're not bringing Tessa back at all. You don't think I'm more surprised they brought back than they would even touch Tessa.
You don't think if she puts in time and kind of keeps her nose clean that there's a chance that she slides over?
In where she'd be going into NXT, she's not doing anything on the main roster.
No, I would say NXT, but with the opportunity. You wouldn't bring her into NXT if you were unwilling to bring her to the main. So I think time might tell on that.
And time done told us on that.
All right. Okay. So now we're going to end this one up with a little bit of fun. Still in the rapid fire, folks. But Nick and I are going to go 1 minute. Do you want to go first?
Oh, I didn't know we were doing 1 minute to read off 10 things. Holy shit.
Well, we'll stretch it out.
Fair enough. All right, I'm good. Whatever. I'm using the notes thing, so I got my 10 pulled up. There might be a theme involved.
So am I answering first or you answering first?
I thought with me going first is I was rattling off my top 10. So for those who aren't in the A and B conversation between me and KJ right now, that all can see us having this. So what me and KJ are gonna do is we're gonna rattle off. It's like that word game from the 70s that your grandfather still watches and everything. To where we're gonna rattle off, 10 different things, and we got to instantly word associate, word answer back to one word question.
The vitamins are gonna hurt me on this one.
Well, this is why I was surprised we were putting a timer on this.
I think it's just fuck it.
Fair enough.
1 minute. Let's go.
Sami Zayn.
The best.
Josh Alexander.
Canadian great.
That's 2 words already. Kevin Owens. We're off to a ripping start.
Bro, let's go.
Poutine.
Delicious.
Dave Meltzer. Delicious.
Yeah, completely.
A sound effect now. Boston Bruins.
Boo.
Jody Threat.
I love her. I love you, Jody.
No one believes you on that. The
Nobody.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Heartbreaking.
Ava Rain.
I want to take you serious. Why can't I take you serious? Just try to keep it classy.
Chris Jericho.
God.
Hey, look at that. That's impressive. I managed to fit all of that with a 1 minute pause.
All
that's
under at the buzzer. I like that. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So that being said, Nick will be on the clock.
1
minute and I shoot back. Let's see how this goes. Oh, wait. Here we go. The Righteous.
Book. I was going to say book him, but I'm trying to stay within one word.
Watching Nick's synopsis just go crazy. Pineapple on pizza.
Trash.
Oh, woman's blood and guts.
Maybe.
The Rock.
Thin.
Oh, wow. Carrying Cross.
Please. I'm trying to actually do what the thing is and stay to one word.
I sucked at it. Best flavor of wings.
Chipotle.
Nice. Chelsea Green.
Canadian.
Dijak.
Dijaganetta.
Dark State.
Ass.
Jets versus Bills final score.
31-14.
31-14 at the buzzer. Let's go.
I didn't even know. It's so weird. I didn't know if am I doing good or am I doing bad?
The survey says
I'm failing.
Oh, that's jokes.
Show me a potato salad.
Orange. Let's go. But that's it, man. Quick, simple, easy. Feels weird when we're just like goodbye. But look, Jets, Green. Ooh, people feeling it. Jericho will be back. Bills Mafia.
You will hold Doyle rules. Jericho rules.
Let's go. Well, folks, we thank you for being here. Don't forget, we do have SmackDown tomorrow. We also have AAA, NXT, Worlds Collide, 2 shows, 1 stream. We're here all night long. It's going to be a fun one. Feel Good Friday, as always. Go check out all the stuff, Nick. Go click all the buttons. Go check out our socials. Say hi. Be nice. Let's build a community. Let's go.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you able to put that 4 live footage.
Come back tomorrow. See you on the flip side. Bye.